I gotta go live on this one, family. I don't normally speak on these things while they happen, but I do be having opinions, and you know I'm very highly opinionated. I'm going to share this real quick. You know, I'm about to give some hardcore truth again. About to give some hard truth again. Here we go. Here we go. This is where you're going to get the raw truth at. This is where you're going to get the raw truth at. Give me a minute. Let me share it because it's on the fly. I just came in the house and it's on the fly. So give me a minute. Let me share this real quick. Let me share it because I got me a little bit lunch. I'm about to share this in a minute. And I'm about to explain what just happened. You know, before everybody get all worked up, I'm going to explain what just happened and how you remedy these things. And hey, I'm not a law expert, but I do have common sense, and I believe that we all have common sense. If it's presented to us properly. So give me 1 second. Let's take a moment and talk about it. How y'all doing today? Everybody good? Y'all don't see that this is a common theme? And why is it that this common theme always play out? There's only one answer. There's only one answer why this common theme plays out. And no, it's not that, it's the white man, it's the system, that's only part of it. That's a small part of it. The major part of it, and I'll say right now as I share this, the major part of it somebody say he is innocent, but I still want to see him locked up. He's innocent according to the verdict, but he's definitely not innocent. I disagree with that. But, I mean, hold on 1 second. I want to share this real quick. I got to share this on my Facebook real quick. Why would you say he's innocent, Lord Yanni? Why you say he's innocent? What makes you say he's innocent? Because he was found innocent, or was he innocent? He was innocent according to the verdict, of course. But why did this keep playing out? That's what we need to talk about. Why does this keep playing out? There's a reason why this keep playing out. And I'm going to talk about it in a second. And people will get it if I keep saying it. And I said it last night. It's the same situation. It's the same response that we need to give to all situations. You know what I'm saying? It's the same response that we got to give to all situations. AJ Frazier in the building, he said, not surprised at all. Although all his victims were white, they were also Black Lives Matter activists. So many white folks consider them race traitors. That's not it. You know what I mean? That's not it. There's a reason why this verdict was reached. That's separate from this system, though. You follow what I'm saying? That's whole separate. I'm gonna get with it in a minute. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me get started. So although his victims was European, right? See, Shakur, Sunra Shakur says salute Kyle. All right. Listen, murder is murder. I mean, you salute murder. If you salute murder, don't cry when you murdered. Don't cry when your people murdered. Don't cry when your people murdered. If you salute murder, like this, Sunrise Shaka Shakur. I'm going to explain in a minute. If you salute murder, you got to salute it all the time. You can't salute it partly. You can't salute it partly. You have to salute it all the time. Now let's look at the scenario first. I want to get the town right. Let's get the scenario right. Kyle Rittenhouse left Illinois to Wisconsin with an assault rifle. I'm going to say again. Kyle Rittenhouse left Illinois to a protest with an assault rifle. What was the intent to go with an assault rifle? The prosecutor was probably on the defense side anyway and present a bad case. What is your motive? If I grab an assault rifle right now, and this is for you militia guys too, don't trip. It might work for you, it might not. But if I grab me an assault rifle and leave from Baltimore to DC, what is my intentions in DC? Come on, you can't have it both ways. Somebody said, man, Kenosha is the border 15 minutes away. I don't care if it's 5 minutes away. DC is only 30 minutes away. DC is 30 minutes away from Baltimore, 20 minutes without traffic. What are you talking about? That's not the point. The point is, if I grab a semi-automatic weapon or an assault rifle to travel to the next town, whether 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whether 15, whether 30 minutes, whether 2 days, what is my intentions in grabbing my rifle and traveling there? I'm going to show both sides. I don't know if you're new to the channel. Who said that? Brandon Macy. I don't know if you're new to the channel. I'm going to show both sides, but please call me a fool after you hear both sides. So the prosecutor is supposed to present the premeditation by intent. That's what the prosecutor is supposed to present. Premeditation by intent. If the prosecutor don't present that, and he got a defense of self-defense, and they don't present the premeditation, then it's easy to prove that he acted in self-defense. You feel what I'm saying? So, Brandon Macy, this is a balanced platform. I don't know who you are. Would you like to hit the link and come in? Because this is a balanced platform. This is a truth platform. This is not one of them platforms that you just chime in and you start saying, fool this, fool this. Let me prove that I'm a fool before you start calling a fool. You feel what I'm saying? So, the prosecutor failure to present the intent of him grabbing a semi-automatic rifle, an assault rifle, at an age where he's unable to even purchase the rifle, travel to the next town, and in self-defense, he kills 2 people and injures 1. And in this same argument, I feel like he may have acted in self-defense, but he was illegally carrying. So he shoots and kills 2. Now you have to understand that the one that pointed the gun at him, that felt him threatened, that made him feel threatened, is the one that was wounded and survived. The other 2, y'all see, did y'all pay attention to this? What I'm telling you is that put yourself in the position of the system. Put yourself in the position of the system, not as the individual, because many of y'all want to see what they will call color. Many of y'all want to see a European, so-called white person and a situation within a system that you would consider to be imbalanced system. But put yourself in the system for a minute. Put yourself in the system. No, to Raynell. Peace to Raynell, my big bro. No, he didn't kill any Asiatics. He didn't kill any of us. But what I'm trying to explain to people is how this system, which you also are able to function in the system if you pay attention to the detail. First of all, last night on the show, one thing I keep talking about. Listen, before we get to fled, he was attacked. Remember, he fled first. Before we get to fled, he traveled to another town with an assault rifle. What is his intent? You don't travel to a fight and then at the fight, you cry self-defense. If I travel to a fight with a knife, with a gun, I'm ready to fight. That's just like, let's put it on a grand scale. United States invade Iraq. And now all of a sudden, the United States is saying, oh, this is self-defense. We just came to Iraq to try to bring a little bit of diplomacy. We just try to bring a little bit democracy. Look, did you even look at the whole thing? I'm starting with the first part, Joel Wall. Some of y'all must not be here. Some of y'all must don't follow Morris World TV. We're starting with one side. Joel Wall. Would you like to come in? Let me put the link out here real quick because I don't want to talk to a chat. Anybody want to come in? Anybody want to come in? Joel Wall, anybody that make a foolish comment, did you even see the whole thing? It's not about the whole thing yet. We're going to discuss the whole thing. But let's start from the beginning first. See, we can't talk about the whole thing as if a whole, because in fact, you just want to talk about the incident. Somebody said you blocked my comment when I said he didn't travel to state to state. A friend of his lived in Wisconsin who purchased a gun and sold him and read the receipts. I don't. Oh, you said I didn't block your comment. You blocked my comment when I said he didn't travel from state to state. A friend of his lived in Wisconsin who purchased the gun and sold it to him. Read the transcripts. Okay, let's flip the script. Okay, let's just say he didn't travel. City of Chester News TV. Let's just say he didn't travel there. Let's just say, okay, if that's what it says, I'll accept that because I'm a man of truth. Let's say he went to Wisconsin. He purchased the gun. What did he purchase it for? And then he went to a rally, a protest with the weapon. What was the point? Let's just say that's true. Hypothetically speaking, let's just say that's true. Let's just hypothetically say that's true. That he purchased the gun after he got there. What's the reason of purchasing the gun? This is so any way you try to flip it, once you go to a situation and you got a gun, you are coming with an intent. Do anybody, am I just the crazy one? You have to establish intent. This is what the attorney failed to do. The prosecutor failed to establish intent. You see what I'm saying, Jay? Here we go. I don't know. It must be new people to this platform. It's all new people that just emotionally drawn. If that's what it is. He said he purchased his city. He purchased the gun to protect his city from violence protesters. That is not a legal defense. That's not a legal defense. I purchased a gun at 17 to protect my city, to protect my city from violent protesters. That's not a legal defense, truth speak. You don't speak no truth with that. That's not a legal defense. That's just like me purchasing a gun to protect my city. No, you can purchase a gun to protect your home. No, they did. What I'm saying to you, truth speaks, is that the prosecutor failed to establish motive. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not that it's obvious, obviously is. Hit the link. The prosecutor failed to establish motive. And that's why you see the verdict like it is. Now, when the prosecutor failed to establish motive, the attorney for Kyle, all he has to do is establish self-defense. He don't have to prove that he was defending himself. The prosecutor have to prove that it wasn't self-defense. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. The burden is on the prosecutor. You see what I'm saying? So y'all got to understand how court systems work, how attorneys work, how lawyers work, how law works. The burden is not on Kyle to prove that he was defending himself. All he got to do, his attorney's got to do, is paint the picture. Somebody say, how can motive be established? Purchasing a gun and going to a protest. That's motive. That's motive. Purchasing a gun, traveling with a gun, going to a protest and saying you're going to protect your city. That's motive. What are you talking about? That's motive. They failed to establish that. They failed to establish that. And that's the bottom line of it. And I mean, everybody got something to say. Come on, hit the link. We all friends here. Let's get to the truth. We all friends here. Hit the link. There we go. Lord Yanni in the building. Welcome to World TV. Let's keep it short. My lunch break. I'm gonna bring Chief Cali in here in a minute. I'm glad he hit the link. Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, man. Upon the whole thing dealing with Kyle Rittenhouse, we all understand that if that would have been a black man, he would have been arrested and he would have been tried and they would throw the book at him. But look, check this. Look, man, I want his ass locked up too. You know what I'm saying, though? But
let me say this, Lord. Let me say this.
If been a black man, the black man would have been innocent too, and they would have body slammed the black man and put him in jail.
Lord, check this out.
But at the end of the day, if it was a black man and a white man, they both, yeah.
I think what we need to do is take the emotion out of it and just look at it from the system perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because we continue to look at things from it was a quote unquote black man, this and that. Let's look at it from the system perspective. Yeah,
that's what I've been doing.
The 17-year-old purchased a gun for what reason? And going to a protest at 17. So the establishment of
he's a part of white supremacist group. Yeah, he had a motive to pull up and shoot somebody.
I mean,
that's why he trained.
Or not only just shoot somebody, because I think he would have just shot somebody off the cuff, but given a reason, then
he got chased and they did a flying kick to his face.
And he could be get him. Yeah, he could be justified in killing somebody because in those type of environments, there is going to be all sorts of things happen, and any situation could arise as it did and cause him, out of all people, to kill 2 people and shoot and injure 1. But the point is, before you even get there, he traveled there with a semi-automatic assault rifle. And that's motive enough. You follow what I'm saying? But Lord, where you from? Where you from?
I'm from Houston, Texas.
Oh, so you already know how they work. You already know how they work. They work the same way.
How they work, yeah.
They work the same way. And so one of the things that I was pointing out, last night in my show is that we need to become more organized as opposed to responding to something that happens. We should be so organized that we are ready to be proactive. Those Europeans, they responded from an organized perspective. That's how they was able to raise money so fast. That's how they was able to get top-notch attorneys so fast. That's how they was able to get this acquittal. Organization. We gonna go march. We gonna go burn up something maybe, but they gonna get organized. And so we need to do the same thing. That's the point that I would make. Anything else you want to share, big bro?
Nah, that's it. And I'm little bro. I'm 24 years old. I'm little bro. You big bro. You the elder.
No, you the next leader though. I call all my young brothers big bro because you the next leader. This is the problem with our community, Lord. Our elders, which you might say I am, our elders don't know how to fall back. So the young guns like yourself can take charge. So when I talk to my young brothers that's younger than me, most people on the platform be younger than me, I be like big bro. I call everybody big bro because I need you to guide me so I can fall back. Let me fall back, bro. Let me give you the tools so we can fall back. You feel me? So accept me calling you big bro.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? Because don't you notice that the old guys in my generation, 40 or above, they don't know how to fall back and let y'all take charge. We don't know how to fall back, man. You know what I mean? Like, why should I be? But like I said on the show the other night, all of our freedom fighters that we see them, whether it be in the Black Panther, whether it be those who marching with militias and all that, man, these people 40 and 50 years old talking about Black Power. Man, we need Lord Yanni out there. You know what I'm saying? With some common sense. We need 20,000 of you out there, void of emotions and critical thinking and common sense to take us to the next level. That's what we need, brother. So let me, whether it's here in Baltimore or whether it's in Houston, let me be an elder and give you the tools so I can fall back, so we can have more Fred Hamptons out there and not get caught up. You feel me?
Yep.
That's where I'm at. I appreciate you. I got a few more people in here. Thanks for checking in, brother. Shout out to the Houston family out there. Salute and thanks for all that y'all do, brother.
Hey,
Even
time Space City, man.
Let's get it. Peace, man. So I got him in there. Let me what I got here. Oh, Joel, where Joel at? All right, y'all stand by. We ain't gonna be long with everybody. What up, Joe? You in the building? How you doing? What up, Joe? You in the building? I don't see Joe, so let me get somebody else. Yeah, hit the link, family. Come on now. I want to hear what you got to say. The rational homie, Ani.
Yo, what's up?
Man,
what's up, dog? Yo, can you hear me?
No, I need
what's
to
up?
talk to you, Ani. Ani, open
what's
your
up?
camera. Stop playing. I need you to open your camera up, bro. Stop playing. I need to talk to you. We got you, my friend. You got to talk to me. Ani. Ani, you know we got, before we talk about this, you know we got a little bit business we got to handle first, right?
Yeah, what's that?
Young Pharaoh, brother.
Oh yeah, man. Damn, bro.
Let me let the people know what's happening. Ani came on the show maybe a year and a half ago, and he was a constant viewer, constant calling in, and we was talking about Grandmaster Jay, and he was a ride or die with Young Pharaoh. Man, he just say Young Pharaoh was the end all be all of the conscious community, and that he's above all of this conscious community madness. Today, we see it play out in front of us that Young Pharaoh appeared to be has lost his mind. As recently as last night, allegedly, he supposedly shot at his children's mother house. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about that.
This was last night. Now,
damn, bro.
Now, Ani,
yeah,
have you been following his meltdown?
I kind of stopped following him about like a month ago. I kind of just gave up on him.
What up, Ani? Was I right and you wrong? Come on, can we admit it?
Wait, about what? About what? I mean, he did put on.
I said Young Pharaoh is a nut. He's crazy. This is before he displayed it. You said, no, no, he not. No, he not. No, let me tell you, he got not. I said, man, the man is crazy. Brother, can I get my flowers now?
Yeah. Nah, you got it, man.
So what do you have to add? I got Chief Cali in the house. Don't drop off, Chief Cali. I got you. Ani, so what do you have to add to Kyle? What do you think, brother?
Nah, so like with the whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing, man, if he shot like 3 white people, why are we getting involved in it?
No,
I mean, I would have shot him too, to be honest. I would have shot all 3 of them.
I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is we're looking at the system and how we need to begin to approach the system. My thing is to bring resolve for us. So how do we approach the system? You feel what I'm saying? And all we got to do is look how the system was approached for something like this. Clearly, his attorneys was able to pinpoint where the prosecutors would drop the ball. Clearly, they strategically found a way to present something to get him acquitted of shooting 2 people and killing them. So what I'm saying is, from our perspective, so on this title, I said, what's next for us? Do we march? Do we protest? Or do we organize? The message that I've always been given is that we need to organize. Whether you agree with Kyle or not, whether you agree with Kyle or not, that was an organized effort to have him walk out that building. And we started
after that dude,
that's my point.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear that. Say it again.
I said that was my point. Let me try to get everybody in. I got Chief Cali in because we was going toe to toe up in the chat real quick, and so I just want him to get his perspective out as I get mine out. We men, and we upstanding men, and we should be able to have disagreements, and we should also be able to come to some sort of conclusion. This platform here is going to be the first platform where we can disagree and we can say I love you, bro, and we'll be able to part ways. Talk to me, Chief Cali.
Yeah. Peace to you, brother. How you doing? Peace to you.
I'm doing well, bro.
Listen, okay, I think I kind of get where you're going now. Okay, now what I do feel like is he had every right to shoot those people. You get what I'm saying? He was attacked. He was attacked. He fled first. But I do get what I get what you're saying though. You're saying that basically, as it should have been, those people were organized enough to show you, hey, they didn't present the case okay, I kind of get what you're saying now. Okay.
And when this happens to us, you feel what I'm saying? So you look at the case with the brother in Florida, what's my brother name? Shoot, somebody named my
Aubrey. You talking about the Aubrey case?
No. My brother that was on my show who killed the police. He's faced the death penalty right now. You see that? Ozone. Yeah. So brother, he was a part of the. I don't want to say too much about it. They accused him of killing the police, but the police rolled up on him. Follow me? Clearly in the camera rolled up on him. And so the point that I'm making with that, we can look at things like this and we can see how to maneuver, if you will. I don't want to give too much up. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I think I'm with you.
We don't pay close attention. What'll happen is we will start marching. We will start cussing. We will start throwing bottles when the answer is right there before our face. Right there before our face. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking, man, we need to get together and start organizing and stop thinking that marching and emotional protest is going to solve something. We look like suckers.
Definitely. Yeah, I think I'm with you now on where you're going with what you're saying. Whether you think he's right or wrong, that's not pretty much what you're.
We don't have a horse in a race. Let's be clear.
I got you.
We don't have that's a European situation for real.
I agree. We don't have a horse in a race,
but we're just examining it to say, hold up, maybe this is an angle that we need to organize around to address some of this misappropriation of justice that we're receiving.
Okay, I'm with you now.
That's where I'm at with it.
Okay, yeah, brother. I'm gonna jump off, but yeah, that's okay. I think that's just kind of where we had a little.
Yeah, we good. Hey, bro, keep tuning in. You know, I don't know how long.
I be checking you out all the time, bro.
You know, I'm a little controversial, right?
I was the one that emailed you a while ago about the Grandmaster J thing because I was on his head long. I was on his head from the beginning, and then you just you took it over, like you really took it over. So
bro, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you.
Everything you pulled out on that was official.
And let me say this to you, Chief Cali. if I don't get back to you, if some people get mad at me, they be wondering, bro, I have so many people reaching out to me, but sometimes I can't get back. But if I can't get back, know for sure it's not my heart. I love my people.
Definitely.
I love the information people see me. And even when I use the information, I might don't acknowledge you, but trust me, I acknowledge you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're playing a part in solving this confusion that continues to perpetuate our people to go on a downward spiral. So you're helping. You feel me? So I appreciate you and all those that send me information that I use. All right?
No doubt, brother. I'm out of it.
Indeed. Peace. So yeah, that was a good one, fam. That was a good one. I like that. The revolution will not be televised. What's up? That's my bro right there, bro. You gotta come through the crib. Hit me up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say, you know, conversations like that where we was going back and forth in the chat, and then he come up here and he get to see my perspective. I get to see his perspective, and then we move forward. This is what I'm saying. You know, when you are in the chat, don't take Moorish World TV like these other platforms. You know, let's sit at the table and let's see how we can see things maybe alike or maybe different. Even if we see things different, it's okay. Let's walk away, be brothers and sisters in the meantime, in between time, because there may be other thousands of issues that we may agree on. You feel what I'm saying? This is not Sinetta TV. This is not that fake conscious community. This is Moorish World TV. This is the people's Grand Chic, and this is the People Network. Let's get it popping. So, Ani, what you was about to say? Come on.
I was gonna say, I don't know, something about that whole thing kind of seemed fishy though. Know what I mean? Because remember how Young Pharaoh went viral for kind of showing how like the whole George Floyd thing was fake? It was like it was kind of like a green screen in the background and all that. Did you see that video? He had like almost 1 million views on it.
Right. But the thing is, bro, when you got somebody that's losing it on the level of Young Pharaoh, bro, this is not a setup. This man is losing his mind, man. Come on, man. If you
he's losing his mind now, but like I seen some other people say the same thing about like the whole George Floyd thing. Like, you know what I mean? They pick up his body after the whole shit went down and like, yeah, like no legs, kind of like a dummy.
Right.
Things like that. Like,
but the thing is, I don't want to get into conspiracy theories with this. What I'm looking at, like I said, we don't have a horse in a race with Kyle Rittenhouse, but the thing we can do is we can look at these as situations. We can examine these situations. If I was to grab a gun, or you was to grab a gun, and go to the next town to be in a protest, and I use that gun even in self-defense, the prosecutor would establish motive off the top by the way of me purchasing the gun. Intent. You feel?
Well, I don't think he broke the law going to another town, but or another state.
Intent. It's
I don't think he broke the law doing that though.
No, breaking the law is your intent. I mean, what is your intent? Like,
I don't really see how that's any different from like me living.
The way that you establish, hey, Crip, you dropped off. The way that you establish murder, first you have to establish the MO or the intent. What was your intentions? You see what I'm saying? It's like, let me tell you something simple as this. Let me get Crip in here before you drop off. It's something simple as this, right? A guy at Home Depot, I told this story before. I mean, Lowe's. A guy at Lowe's cussed his sister out like wasn't no tomorrow. I tell the guy, man, chill out. Go ahead with that, man. You got a sister, you got a mother. Go ahead with that. He says, F me, right?
Yeah.
So I walks out the store into the loading area, you know, where you load your stuff up for your work. He comes out there. And when he comes out there, he got his cell phone like, what did you say? What did you say? And he's walking to me. So I know his cameras all around. I'm like, oh, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Bam. He falls. Boom.
Wait, you actually did this?
Real talk. Dropped him.
You dropped him?
Dropped him like a bag of sand. But listen, that's not the point. The point is, he cursed out a sister. I leave the store. He comes out there and he walks towards me like he wanted some smoke, holding his phone up. I know he recording me. So I'm like, ho, go ahead. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. And when he get a little bit closer, bam, I drops him. But you know what the judge told me?
What's that?
The judge told me that I had the ability to jump in my car and go. Therefore, I'm guilty.
Yeah.
You
Now
feel
I see what you
me?
mean. Like some of these judges, they are pretty ignorant, but
No. Listen. The law was my intent. When I didn't leave, the intent was because of the conversation inside the store. The intent was, now it might sound fugazi, it might sound crazy, but that's just how it works. So when you don't establish intent, you automatically drop the ball. You follow me? Ani,
yeah.
I got to get Cryptonomics in here. I got Michael Young Bay up in here too. So
right.
you want to hang in. If you don't, brother, come on, man. I ain't seen you in a while. You've been ducking me. I think you're scared of me.
Nah, I ain't a sucker. You ain't gonna sucker punch me like that, dog.
Nah, it's not a sucker punch if you walking up on me. Stay out my space.
Yeah. Nah, I'm kind of quick though. Nah, I was kidding. I don't want no smoke, man.
Hey, where you living at now?
I'm still in Maine. I'm still up here.
Man, they got you.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to save some money. Probably head to like Texas.
Skin yet? You bleaching your skin yet?
Oh no, I don't do that. I don't do no stupid shit like that.
Looking like the Jamaicans with bleached skin.
I know, right? Yeah, I made a TikTok video about that too. Jamaicans bleaching their skin.
Yeah. But I appreciate you, bro. Stay tuned. Stay tuned in, bro. Every once in a while, hit the link, brother. Just talk to me. I like you.
Yeah.
All right.
I got you, man.
All right, peace. And that's another one that I disagreed with. But we continue to be cool. And I love that we can disagree and still be cool. Me and Ani disagree, but now he came to terms. It's like I did with Cryptonomics. I'm like, Cryptonomics telling me, everybody on the show, watch out for them, GS. Watch out. That one ain't right, G. I'm like, nah, Big Shirley, cool. Nah. And every time I turn around, Cryptonomics was right and exact. So I said to myself, man, I just got to turn to Crip. Who ain't right? Who right? Who ain't right? And he ain't been wrong yet. So, Crip, what's your take on this, bro?
Man, bro, this is setting up. But I want people to look at the bigger picture of what's going on,
There
right?
we go. Talk to him, Crip.
Let's look at the bigger picture. This ain't about, like you said, it ain't about black and white, but we got to put it in a context as it relates to us. Because remember, this is a white boy who had the gun was bought by his friend. A lot of people in the chat keep talking about he wasn't even old enough to buy this gun. Right? His friend bought this gun, so that's number one. Number two, he go to a protest posing like he's medical care to protect property and stuff like that. He's posing like that to fly under the radar. And then somehow this first guy gets popped. That's caught on the drone, bro. My point, and then you see the people chase after him, asking him, why did you shoot him? Why didn't you shoot? He ain't even talking to nobody. He just running, right? Because he's scared. He know he done messed up. So when he doesn't start answering the people, yeah, they start to take action like, hey, we got to stop this dude. He just killed somebody. And yeah, the prosecution, whether they did their job or not, the judge was clearly bought. And that's why I'm saying that bigger context, the judge was clearly fighting the prosecution throughout this whole thing, man.
Hey, brother, but do you remember Claude Anderson made a statement that we need to start buying judges too?
Right. And he was bought. He was
we
bought.
We the only one that play fair in a crooked system.
Right.
Why do we think we're going to continue to play fair? We need to try all angles. The legal, the buying, the everything. But we too busy marching and crying.
Yeah, can't nobody tell me he wasn't bought, man. I mean the way he was getting so emotional against the prosecution, it was ridiculous. And I mean, he doing that in front of the jury and stuff, that automatically set a tone to me, you know. But the bigger picture, Grand Sheik, is if this man, I gotta call him a man, even though he looked like a child, he's a man. He had the weapon. He shot these people. We know that. We seen it. There's a drone footage. I didn't even know there was footage. They was showing stuff I didn't even know existed. But if he can do this, not being old enough to buy the weapon, being in an area where he ain't even supposed to be with the weapon, shooting people with the weapon, what does that leave for black folk now? What if he shot black folk that night? I mean, yeah, these was white folk, and he still got off. But if he shot some black folk, he'd just be in the wind. What's that say, man?
They probably wouldn't even been charged.
That's what I'm saying. That's
And
crazy. That's straight crazy, bro.
I just think our people are so emotional that we refuse to examine things from this type of perspective in order to see how we can not just examine it to get emotionally involved, but how we can move within this system.
Man, I don't.
Move within this system. You know what I'm saying? One of the things you just said, man, I'm telling you, man, when Claude Anderson said that, man, we got to buy some judges. I say,
Right. I mean, that's the whole thing. The systems, it's already shown itself to be corrupt. It's not even functioning. This ain't even about justice anymore. This is about who you can buy. What influence can you buy?
That's right.
And that's the name of the game.
Obtain, brother, it's twofold. It's what power you can obtain politically and what power you can buy financially. That's how this thing is won today. That's what it is. How much power how much power can your group obtain politically? And how much can you obtain financially? That's the fact, bro.
I feel you, man. I feel you. So people need to look at the big story, though. When you get out here in these streets, and now if you want to start protesting, because really the killing ain't stopping, they just not reporting it like they used to. But if you get out here and you start protesting now, I mean, to me, you got to protect your neck now, because it's open season. If somebody can come out and do this, I don't care if you're black, white, Asian, Mexican, whatever. They won't shoot you. They can shoot you.
Let me say this to Rob. Rob Wilson, you're making a lot of comments. You're welcome to hit the link and share with us your position on Kyle. You're welcome to hit the link. I don't want to keep on trying to read the comments and trying to decipher your position. Let us feel your energy. Come on.
Don't let that dude in there trolling, man.
Yeah, I mean, if he's not going to hit the link, I'm just going to block him. But this is an open forum. Anybody welcome to hit the link. Even people that disagree and that's enemies, and I don't care. You can open it, but let us feel your energy. Come up in here and let us hear you.
And I'm gonna say this too. There's people we ain't ever seen in here before. They got armies of people out here to troll and spread misinformation after this verdict. Straight up, man. They spreading misinformation off the rip.
I see it. I just know that whether he obtained a gun through his friend, bought it from his home in Illinois, however, he went to a known protest, a protest that 9 times out of 10 could turn violent.
Hey, Grand Sheik, and remember that I remember that protest when it first happened, because after the brother got shot, they was letting them people do whatever they wanted to do up there. So the police in a way were allowing that emotion to build up in that city and make people think that they could just go in there and do whatever they want to do. And then you allow these people in, man, that was a setup right there.
Absolutely. And then you know the crazy thing about it? Watch this. Let me show you something real quick. The crazy thing about, even establishing motive, right? Like, I'm telling you, man, look at this. Tell me something that stand out to you. Intent. Watch this. Give me 1 second. What's on his hands?
Gloves.
What did he come for? The intent.
Yeah.
He got rubber gloves on. There's intent right there all day long. But the prosecutor was unable to establish that, whether willingly or unwillingly. The judge got a piece of that million, and case closed. And what does that tell us, though? What does that tell us? That tell us that we need to be better organized, as opposed to be in front of what we would call a social media platform, pleading now a case before the world. That's goofy at this point. Don't go nowhere, Crip. Michael Young Bay, are you there?
Islam, I'm here, bro.
Islam, talk to me, brother. What you got for us?
Man, this crazy. Look, we gotta look at this here, man. How many of our brothers and I'm mainly dealing with the men, with the brothers, with the young brothers, because a lot of us been young at that age too, and we had a gun that we shouldn't have.
Right.
You see, that's what make it our fight. Because a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is the European thing." No, we can't look at that. You know what I'm saying? Because them Europeans out there fighting for the justice that we should be out there fighting for. And since all this stuff been going on, whether it's no matter what killing it is, but he shouldn't have no gun.
The thing
That's
is,
why he should be locked up.
yeah, and I think that's what's supposed to have been established. You know what
Exactly,
I mean?
and it wasn't established because of the court system.
Someone says the gun was legal, but the gun wasn't legally his.
Exactly. So he in possession of an unlawful use of a firearm. That's the law.
Yeah, so like I can't buy a gun for somebody and give it to them. And
Exactly. And real men don't put guns in other men's hands anyway. You see, but that's something that got to be established out here. But the court system wrong. It ain't that the prosecution ain't do its job. He all involved with it. You gotta look at the whole ordeal.
oh no,
The whole justice system.
It's the whole, but it's not. I don't think it's necessarily. We call it the system. It's those who are functioning within the system.
Within the system, exactly.
They are misusing the system, abusing the system to their benefit. That's all.
Right, and that's correct. That's what I mean by that. That's exactly what I mean by that. You're right for clearing that up. That is right. It's the people that's in these positions that's able to do these things.
Listen, now and I know, like everybody, like self-defense this, self-defense that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say, then why was the charge dropped? Because it wasn't proven. That's right. That doesn't mean it didn't happen. It wasn't proven according to law. There's a difference between my perspective, your perspective, and law. There's a difference between Kyle's perspective, the lawyer perspective, the judge perspective, and law. So according to law and according to how this thing was set up, they said it wasn't proven. I mean, you got to live with that. I mean, I don't have a horse in the race, but my main point of these shows, and back to Crip real quick, my main point to these shows is, when are we going to wake up and start organizing to execute the defense of the next brother that has been convicted of something, or the next murder that has happened in our community?
Man, people want to get out. People want to get out here and hold these guns and look like they tough. That's what Kyle was doing, and that's really what a lot of our people want to do too. They want to get the gun. They don't want to do that other extra work. It seemed like, to organize, to come at a different angle. It's like everybody just want to look the part.
And like, okay. So Crip, when you look at what they would call the new Black Panther Party of today, what do they have in place, or Black Lives Matters or anybody else, to assure that? Let's look at ozone for a minute. You don't have no major support for ozone defense.
Right.
None. Now, whether you agree with the circumstances that we understand so far or what has been presented is neither here nor there. Not you. I'm talking about the public. You follow what I'm saying?
Yep.
But nothing is in place to give him an adequate defense. Them Europeans did not hesitate to put the money together, to put the organization together, to make sure he walked out that courtroom. But when situations happen in our community, we refuse to organize, and then we cry later.
Okay, so this is just my perspective of it. Is the reason I think that's the case is the Europeans know there is really no justice. It's influence, and money buys the influence.
Yeah, bro.
We realize we haven't gotten to that stage. We think that it's justice, that people are going to be shown facts and make a right decision, or a judge is going to be shown something. We don't understand the corruption that's in the system so much, and we ain't exploiting it either to our advantage.
And we're dealing with corrupt human beings that's in a system that is corruptible.
Right.
You see what I'm
Boom.
saying?
Boom. That's what I'm talking
We
about.
dealing
It's
with corruptible
corruptible and
men.
it's already corrupted. We just ain't taking the benefits of that. And that does take money, influence, whatever you want to call it.
Absolutely. So let me get Aaron Bryan. Michael Young, you done? You good, Crip? Crip, you might have to come back in on the back.
Yeah, I'm done, bro. Peace.
I appreciate you, brother. Islam, peace. Happy
Hey.
Holy Day.
Yes, sir. Happy Holy Day.
So we got Aaron Bryan in the building. Then we got
Greetings.
Peace, brother.
Greetings,
Talk to me.
Professor.
What you think about what's happening? You there, brother?
So I got a few comments on it. First, say everybody up that's in the chat. First off, I feel like, Kyle Rittenhouse, he was pretty much innocent before he got into the thing. He had the white people, the Caucasoids, they had him a GoFundMe. He raised a lot of money and everything like that. So he already had a lot of money behind him where to go. So he had a ton of money already to go. So he has political support. But one of the most strongest things is Trump indirectly supported him last year also. So that is a chain effect. So now you kind of control the narrative of everything, the narrative of the public social scene. So, but now we got this judge. Now the judge did make some borderline improper comments. So the judge had a couple borderline improper comments. Now judicial complaints will be filed against this judge, against the judicial inquiry.
Oh, you sound like you know some law. Hey, bro, hold up, Aaron Bryan. Thank you, Roger Jones, for the super chat. You sound like you know something, brother. Come on, educate us. I mean, you broke up a little bit.
So man, what's going to happen is this judge, they're going to be digging up anything against this judge. So for the last 2 or 3 years, I don't know how long he's been in law, how long he's been on the bench. They're going to be anything that's happened within the last 2 or 3 years, people will be fishing for complaints. They're going to flood the judicial inquiry board of that state with those complaints. I predict that he retire, or he probably more than likely they're going to retire him by, I would say, April or May or something like that. Now, the thing is now about the appeal. The appeal thing now is one of the more biggest things now. So will the state appeal this verdict? That is the question. Will the state this verdict? If the state don't appeal this verdict, then
you already know what it is.
I call BS from the beginning. So that main thing is that this judge will be, people going to be fishing up complaints, or people that don't, who going to be mad within that county's jurisdiction. They be filing little stuff that he did. So the judicial inquiry board of that state will get flooded with complaints because of, like I said, he got a magazine in his hand. He made a couple of improper comments that is probably against his judicial oath, like, or that's borderline. You know what I'm saying? So all that stuff is going to have to be reviewed.
Yes.
So the main thing now is just where the state will this verdict, and that's what we have to see if the state will appeal this verdict. So that's the main thing that we'll say when they appeal this verdict, and that's pretty much what I got to say. I mean, I knew he would be acquitted from the time that Trump said something directly, not him for it, but he said that how Trump do when he kind of danced defensive, with his words and stuff like that. So from that point on, I knew he would be innocent. As soon as Trump is what made him innocent. That comment from Trump last year, when Trump's kind of, it's kind of borderline self-defense, you know what I'm saying? Whatever Trump said, I can't remember exactly what he said.
Yeah, and everybody was crying about
he was innocent.
Trump making that comment.
As soon as I heard Trump do that, that's a ripple effect. So now, Trump got his cultists, his supporters.
You going in and out. I got my brother Kareem.
So that's how I feel.
He on the way.
Situation. I'm just waiting on now to see if the state will a situation, and that's pretty much all I got to see how the state gonna do this. And
hey, brother, and do me a favor, Aaron Bryan.
So that's pretty much it. I'll talk to you though. Nice.
Can you hear me?
That's pretty
Can you hear
much
me, bro?
Situation though.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah,
look, bro. Keep in tune with it, bro. If you can write down my email and you want to give me some updates because I might get lost into another story or something, please email me, brother, so we can get some updates on how this is going if it interests you. You know what I'm saying? You got me, bro?
I definitely will. Nice talking to y'all.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you for chiming in.
I definitely will.
Yes, indeed. So with that being said, let me get L. Summers, and then we're going to wrap it up with my brother Kareem Blaze Johnson in the building. What's up, L. Summers? Talk to me, bro.
Peace, brother Talkabe. Can you hear me?
I can hear you well, bro. What's your take on this situation?
Happy holy day to you. I know it's a Friday.
Yeah, happy holy day for all minds of all the world, for all around the world, bro.
All the Moors.
What is your take on
So
this situation?
I really, literally, I was thinking the same thing as the brother said, that pretty much the only thing that can be done at this point is to come at the judge. I know that he mentioned that the state can appeal the verdict, but the thing is, there's no double jeopardy because he's already been found not guilty on the crimes that he's been accused of. So he can't be charged with them again.
Yes.
So
only thing they probably could charge him with maybe is illegally
the one that was thrown out, maybe that
like
one he could, the one that was thrown out, he wasn't technically found not guilty on that when it was thrown out. So they may be able to charge him with that one because he wasn't found not guilty. I think it was just dismissed by the judge.
Right.
But you know, in terms of, like he said, the comments that Trump made, and also the way that the whole system works kind of has to be targeted, because the judge, everybody could tell that what the verdict was going to be based off of the way that the judge was carrying himself. And so you got to look into who selected this judge. Was this judge, because they have a review where they select judges for certain cases. It's not like it's just a lottery. Your judge could be appointed. They know they have a high profile case. They assign a certain judge to a certain case. And, you know, was his reputation something that made whoever selects the judges in that district put him on this particular case? So this whole district really needs to be investigated, because this is a high profile case and it doesn't seem like it was handled right, where everybody just knew what the verdict was going to be, not based off of the evidence, but based off of how the judge was carrying himself and based off of the jury that was selected.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I noticed is that many of us, somebody put in there, you talking nonsense, argue the facts of the case. Well, before we could even, why don't we start from the beginning first before we get to what we call the facts of the case? The fact of the matter is that the structure has failed us. The people who are operating in the structure has failed us to even present the facts of the case in an adequate way that we can make a sound judgment. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we can't leave one out without the other.
Facts of the case don't even matter if you can't get a fair trial.
That's the point I'm making. Like, how do we leave that out? And somebody said they can't investigate themselves. This is why it's imperative that we organize on the ground wherever we are as a people, because that's when you can get control of the system, once you organize and take the system back, especially where our numbers outnumber the opposition. Organization is everything. You know what I'm saying? Anything else, my brother L. Summers?
No, that's pretty much it. Like Malcolm said, I think he said we're not outnumbered, we out-organized. And so that's pretty much
exactly.
You know what's going on.
That's the trumpet I'm blowing now, that we need to organize, and stop crying.
I appreciate you having me on.
Man, I appreciate you coming on, man. You know, you balanced me out. The brother Ern that was here and before you balanced me out, y'all nice and calm, nice, articulate. I'm rowdy. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all coming on. Kareem Blaze, he's coming on next. So I appreciate you, family. All right. With that being said, hold up. Michael Davison, Michael Davison in the building. And then we have my brother Kareem Blaze. Kareem, let me get Michael Davison comment first, and then you can take us away. What's going on?
Hey, Islam, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Islam, brother.
Yeah, this is my second time calling, man. I talked to you a while back. We was talking about the political coalition that you have, and I was telling you about, a podcast that I do with two of my partners, the Back Alley Fella podcast or whatever. And so if we're supposed to do a follow-up on a part two to domestic violence and protecting Black women on our podcast. Mm-hmm. We got a lady that's going to come on and talk about her experiences next week. But if we don't do that, then we'll probably do a topic on this as well, just on this. But what I wanted to say is that even though I kind of knew or I was expecting, it's still kind of shocking. But But then I thought about two things. One, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, our great ancestor, that talked about certain things that when you understand your enemy and you understand the system, you're not shocked by these things. And the other one was, it was a video that you were a part of, but it was, and I know that you know that you may not be rocking with him now, but it was Sharif Bey going against Brother Reggie in the and y'all with and so when he did his demonstration, because he had a lot of things that Dr. Joy DeGroot had from post-traumatic slave syndrome, they talked about the system of white supremacy. And so as I understood what Dr. Francis Cress Welsing said a while back, but it didn't hit me. I didn't have overstanding, and I didn't understand that until later on. I realized based on that in the demonstration that the brother had, we are like what we are trying to do when we inject inclusion, equity, fairness, and anything. We're like a organ trying to go into a foreign body. So even though the heart that is in the body, that is there to keep the body alive, because it's a foreign entity, the body will continue to try to reject that heart that will ultimately kill it because it's not natural to it. We are trying to interject something that is not natural to this system. And we keep trying to figure out, why are we fighting? Why do we have to beat people over their head to see that we are all one, we this, and this? It's because it's built on a foundation of lies. It's built on something that cannot sustain. It can't even grab hold of truth and justice because it was never founded. If it was foundations of that, it would be able to grab a hold of it and say, oh, I remember truth. I remember justice. I remember freedom. I remember love. I remember peace. I remember these things. So it's easy to grab it. But because it's not there, it continues to reject. And it'll stay for a while. And you'll see some things, but the body will always try. And ask any organ donor, the body, you have to take kind of medication. You have to do all kind of things to make sure that that organ that's in your body stays in your body and your body doesn't reject it. This country, this system will always continue to try to reject righteousness because it's not built on that. And so it's unfortunate. And I posted some earlier, and I just don't want to be, you know, how it is. But put it this way, we all know what's supposed to happen to that cat. And part of the reason why is that it didn't happen to the dude that did something to what was the brother down in Florida when he killed y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't want to give his name no credence, but he was supposed, you know, I always have a saying, can make you bring you, let me use your coat, Gucci Man Jeezy. That we know what that means. And until Gucci Man Jeezy start happening, it's gonna continue to do that.
Ain't a whole bunch of talk. We did
ain't no more talking. It is what it is. With that, my brother, Islam, I appreciate you. Salute.
Salute, that was powerful, brother. Salute. I like how you put that. We know what that means. Salute, my brother. Peace. Now I got my bro up in the building, big brother Kareem Blaze. Bro, I guess you got to just hit the link because we so busy, we just can't organize a show. And you over there with my other big brother, my mentor. You over there with my bro, Doggy Diamonds. But, bro, it's a pleasure that you hit the link. I'm so happy that you hit the link. And I should have reached out to you right when I was making this up because you are the one that need to speak on this, brother. What's your take on this?
Well, first of all, peace. I'm always glad when me and you connect, and definitely happy holy day.
Absolutely.
You understand? And to any of the Islamic brothers, happy Juma. And to any of the, 5% nation, peace. Y'all know how we do. But to the soldiers, to the comrades.
Talk to them.
To the comrades. Arms up. Arms up. I have a different take on this. Very different take on it. First of all, why are so many of us concerned when a hoogie draws down on a hoogie. You understand? Because we have been triggered by the visual, right? It puts us in a different space.
What you call them again?
That's a hoogie. Those is hoogies.
Yeah, I got you.
You understand what I'm saying? Because again, I've been having a lot of funny business online on social media. You know, I've been getting blocked and, you know, all type of little crazy things that's been going on. So I'm trying to make sure I don't insert that regressive energy into your stream. You understand? We know we have to be very coded nowadays.
Absolutely.
Because people such as yourself have awakened the consciousness of our people to levels unheard of. So we gotta be real stealth with how we speak. You understand? So when a hoogie draws down on a hoogie, we've been here before. The Revolutionary War took place. Hoogies drawing on hoogies. And what happened when we inserted our black asses in there? We became enslaved. All right?
Oh.
Not no concern of ours, but we stuck our nose in there. Right? The Civil War took place. Hoogies drawing down on hoogies. And we were so eager to stick our little black asses up in them ranks. And when one hoogie defeated the other, what happened? Again, we ended up on the wrong side of it. Time after time after time, we have ended up on the wrong side because we do not study the legalities of what took place.
That's where I'm at with it, brother.
Right?
When
Now
I keep saying, I'm sorry, my brother, I don't mean to cut your wisdom. I said that we don't have a horse in the race, but let's examine what just happened. Take it away, brother.
Yes, we have to examine the case law. Do not be emotionally triggered without being intellectually stimulated and start researching the case law. We already know that it is a corrupt justice system. But how does the corruption always manifest to the best of their benefit? Because they are aware that it is interchangeable. Do we not understand that in times of war and rules of engagement, certain events can take place without punishment? That was a riotous situation. That was a riotous situation. What are the rules of engagement in the town of Kenosha when it comes to riots, when it comes to mobs, when it comes to lawlessness? That is what took place. Now we can look, we can see the news bites, we can see what information was given to us. But if we do not go and study what comes down on those transcripts and how it applies to that specific event, we're going to be misled into having an emotional response to some shit that really does not impact us, unless we find ourselves in that same exact position and do the same exact thing and see if we too should benefit from the gavel after we do what we need to do in that type of situation. And until we do that, we cannot be overcritical. We cannot be overcritical. Because I'm tempted to take my little ass to Kenosha.
Don't do it.
With my little AR and see if I could drop something.
Don't do it.
Let's figure this thing out critically and see if it applies to us around the board.
Well, first, we're going to have to make sure that we have the ability to buy the judges. We have to make sure we have the ability to buy the prosecution. We have to make sure we have the ability to influence the same. And then you can take your AR any way you want and do what you got to do.
Hey, we have yet to find that out. Remember,
because we haven't organized. I don't think we have organized to the point where we can
haven't organized the mindset.
Absolutely. We have to organize to the point where we can influence. Like, for instance, if I look at West Baltimore, And in the coming year or two, and I'm not able to organize West Baltimore to have some sort of influence where if something was to happen, somebody to get popped and dropped, and it's clearly self-defense, whether it's against the police or it's against whatever it may be, we should have something in place from an organized perspective.
Definitely. But the organization piece is not that difficult when we can capture the mind. See, our people minds is funky. Our people mindset is distorted because they still suffer from a belief in this institution that continuously beats them. See, our people suffer the same exact circumstances and the same exact feelings that an abused woman would feel towards her abuser, right? You have that affinity to still trust and believe that one day he's not going to come through that door and kick your ass because his beer's warm. You understand? This is how our people deal with these individuals and their institutions and their systems. So you have to organize. Again, I have to always applaud you for bringing true research, true application of what we are seeing, and giving a very distinct view of not only our enemies, but our people perception. When you continue in that strain, and when more people applaud you and recognize you for what you're doing, then your job will be that much easier. The task will be a little bit lighter. But when you got to continue to debate, when you got to continue to showcase, right, and show up these frauds who only regurgitate what they see, we're going to be stuck because their minds are funky.
Do you think that we have enough in certain geographical locations to organize a few real to start the motivation of those who mind that may be still lost? I have confidence that we have enough. We have a few that we can organize to get the ball rolling. That's when I talk about organization. I'm talking about organizing the few. It's like the whole theory that we all going to come together. No, some people going to die. Some people is going to die in their iniquity. I'm not concerned about them. I'm concerned when I say we need to organize, I'm talking about those who recognize that we need to organize, whether it's 5, 10, 20, or 100. That's who I'm reaching for.
Yeah, we have more than enough, but they are still fearful, and they still and they don't understand how much they rely on this system. You have to take away that ability for them to continuously reach back. Gotcha. If they know and understand and recognize that there's absolutely no wins coming from that, they will have to come on over to the other side. And that's what we failed to do. That is what all our predecessors did in order to enlarge their ranks. Clear-cut information. As much work as you do, as much proof that you have put out there, there should be absolutely no failure for somebody to adhere to your message.
Yeah, I just truly believe that those people that's in power, and I'm looking at it from a small scale. Many people, we start looking at things from the macro, the whole United States. But you take Kenosha, for example. And we was able to look at Kenosha and examine it from a political perspective, not a so-called black and white perspective, from a political perspective, I think we would see that it sets the stage for this to happen. I think we would clearly see that, you know what I mean? That someone can go in there, 17, with somebody else's rifle and do his business, and it is what it is. But the stage has already been set. But we are predominantly the population in a lot of cities. When are we going to set the stage for this type of thing? If it was to happen, anything close to it or remotely close to it, when I'm talking about organization, I'm talking about setting the stage so we have insurance when it comes to defending ourselves, when it comes to defending our property, when it comes to defending ourselves, most importantly against oppression. You know what I'm saying? When
I
are we?
can't, and I wish I could tell you that it would be easy, but I'm sitting in the pocket. I'm in the Mecca. I'm in New York City, where you have people of our DNA on high levels of every institution that has any jurisdiction over our bodies, over our physicals. You have as high up, right, as senators, congressional people, and as low as local level government, nothing but our DNA. But they mentals is shot. Do you understand?
Yeah,
I'm talking about from judges. I'm talking about wardens over whole prisons. I'm talking about correction. I'm talking about police agencies. I'm talking about federal, everything. You cannot think of one demographic that in numbers we do not dominate, but in mentality, we are shot. They don't do it because they are allowed to always fall back into the bed of massa.
Stop, Blizz. You gotta go. You can't come on here no more, bro. I'm hurt now.
Hey,
The truth hurt me, bro.
listen.
Nah,
I'm
Blizz.
telling you because I'm in the pocket. I bear witness.
You know I'm born to Johnson too, Blizz. Blizz, what you doing, brother? You gotta
Listen.
stop this. You're hurting me, Blizz. Can you
Listen.
lie to me a little bit?
I tell you right now.
Lie to me and make me feel good.
Listen.
Nah, Blizz, no.
Listen. I've sat on panels. I've sat on panels where every brother and sister were high ranking, from the highest probation or parole supervisor, high ranking.
Oh, bro, you know what?
Next to city council people, sitting next to state assembly people, all talking about how they will continue to make sure that Black bodies are in the justice system. On a panel, nappy hair, dark skin, keeping that in line. Do you understand? That is how ingrained these people are with this institution and these systems all the way through. So you have to see how you can wiggle in and out and navigate through any case law. If it's a law that is beneficial and it is on the books, law applies to all. Understand that. So if they can have a hammer, you bet under the same conditions you can have a hammer. If the rules of engagement get distorted because of a riotous event, that's it. Just don't fall victim to the gavel. You have to have a certain kind of discipline to make sure that that gavel does not fall on the wrong side of your consequences.
Come on. Kareem, can you lie to me real quick so we can be happy and go back to sleep for a little while rest of the day?
We can't be sleeping 2021.
Bro, you just dropped the mic on that one, bro, and you just so right. And that's why for the last month I keep on talking about trying to drop the seed. Organize. And organization doesn't happen right in front of this camera.
Oh no.
Organization happens in a way where you don't see it until after it's done.
Do you know how long Malcolm was Malcolm before anybody even knew who he was? Do you know how long Huey was Huey before anybody knew who he was? They didn't know who George Jackson was, man, at all. Organized, effectively, reaching goals. By the time they know who you are, it's too late. That is why they end up meeting their demise, because now the enemy know about them. We have to do better than them. We have more accessible tools. Stop trying to do this for a nickel. Stop trying to front like you know so much when you don't.
Come on,
we
man.
see the actions. That's why you're getting caught up in federal charges. That's why you're getting caught up with little boys and little girls. That's why you're getting caught up in all type of wire fraud and bullshit. You ain't conscious. They sleepwalking. So we gotta pull back from those individuals.
You make me play my song, man.
We gotta pull back from those individuals and organize with our real tribes effectively. You dig it? I'll leave it at that. Because I know how you and I can get.
Bro, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit you up, bro.
Where's your thoughts, Nepal? You just talking.
I'm gonna hit you up. And man, we gotta get together. Hold up. My bad. I meant to pull that out because I wanted to play a song real quick. But I want to hit you up, bro, and we gotta go and revisit this, man.
Oh, definitely. Let me get some time to research the legalities of it.
Check.
Real quick. Hold up. Let me put this right. Yeah, I wanted to play the song because you just said they sleepwalking. And that's the fact of the matter. And that's a song that I just put together, man, that we sleepwalking, man. They did anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna hit you up, bro. Today, Friday, so I can't go long, but I'm gonna hit you up, bro. And we definitely look at this in a couple more issues.
All peace of power.
Before you go. You gotta hear this song.
All peace of power to the people that struggle. Let's go.
Check.
There we go. I salute my brother Blizz.
I try to tell these guys in the beginning, I came in the game with the intentions of winning. So many people think they made me in Moorish World TV. Y'all don't believe me, huh? They can't make themselves a success, but they can make me a success. I'm not impressed, huh? What a joke, I want all the smoke. Back in the day when I was broke, messed up, and the slaveholders choke. I probably would've murked you, cause it's your bedtime way past your curfew. All the reckless talk, disrespect for a YouTube show. You know how it go. When I see you, ain't no talk. Go on, put your work in, cause ain't no we supposed to be conscious. It's curtains, the show is over. All the likes and the laughs, ain't there one of them here to save you. Now do the math, that's one less devil, one less snake, one less lane. All up in your face, trying to gain your confidence with fake consciousness, so they can sell you heaven in the bottle. Man, listen to this.
Family, come on, boys. Stop buying heaven in a bottle. Heaven doesn't come in a bottle. Heaven is the higher self. Heaven is within. Go within. Find heaven, baby.
I would love to catch him in my town. For sure. Trying to sell it to my mother, little clown. Trying to tell it to my little sister or my little cousin or my little niece. Capiche? Peace. You know what's happening? We bring the gods out. My elder once told me, just because you in the light, don't forget your night vision. Just might need it in a fight. Listen, I listen. Pay attention, never tell the enemy you got the drop on them. We the solid brotherhood, I don't know who popped on them.
That's for my brother Blizz. Brother Blizz, we the solid brotherhood. We ain't got to talk about nothing. Salute, my brother.
Salute.
Appreciate you, family.
Much love. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, my brother. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in, family. This just been a special edition of Moorish World TV. I got my brother Blizz in the building. We're going to bring him back. I don't know why. It slipped my mind. Because he going to come with the fire.
Oh, no doubt.
He going to come with the fire. And when he come with that fire, it make me feel like, oh, man. Tell me a lie. Let me go back to sleep.
Nah, we up.
Appreciate you, brother. I'm up out of here.
Peace.
Oh, man, that was a good segment today, family. I usually don't go live, but I appreciate my brother Blizz and everybody else who chimed in. Hit that like on the way up, hit that on the way out, hit that share on the way out. Let's get this thing going. Let's make sure that this platform is available for any and everybody who has an opinion, and we can walk away and still be brothers, friends, associates, and sympathizers with one another's situational condition. Let's go, family. Happy Friday, happy holy day for all Muslims all around the world. I see y'all either Saturday or Sunday night. And hey, it is what it is. Study the system, organize, take over the system, buy the system, however you can get it, and let it work for your benefit. Let's go.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more more you gon' remember, that's right. I'll be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. If you a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it was straight fact. You tripping off trunks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. Family, see y'all tonight, 9:30. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that